one of the recent discussions slash arguments that I've been having with Kara has been about when to impose boundaries or consequences on Kahlo. And I, I was kind of playing this out at Anahata, for better or worse. Um, I thought I was being reasonable. I still kind of think I was, but it's a judgment call. It could go either way. I don't think I was doing any major damage, but uh, Kara's perspective is that with Kahlo, when he's melting down, or if he's throwing a tantrum, or if he's doing some attention-getting behavior, that fundamentally underneath that is a shortcoming in our jobs as parents to provide enough structure or food or rest. His basics, his very fundamental um, biologic basics. Um, and I've seen many to this bear out where um, he he is too tired, or he is just hungry, and it's a challenge to get him fed when we want, because he can be finicky or temperamental or indecisive or playful or whatever. Um, and I can see, being like overly regimented and really like assertive with structure. And I don't feel like doing that. I don't want to. I don't want to shape Kahlo by putting him in various molds. It's an experiment for me. I do want him to be as fully self-expressed as possible. And I don't like the way that the US system affected Sarah, for example. In the end, she's great. She is who she is. If I had my druthers, and if I had the room, if I had if I had made the room to raise her differently, I think I would have. But again, she's doing great. So I know that raising a child that way works to the degree that it does. And I even have my own personal experience of being raised, on the East Coast and then the West Coast. But raising Kahlo this way is different. He's only 5. He's turning 5 in just 2 weeks, and we're starting differently. And as far as the ideals and attitudes towards parenting him this way, I like them. They feel expansive. They feel fun. They feel. I think that they are honoring him as fully as we can. And it's more work on my part. Um, I think to a large degree, until I had gotten it as deeply as I've gotten it lately, I presumed that Kara was doing the bulk of it, and she has. She has. And I had been doing my part in contributing to the family, but I want to be more engaged in this way. One of the reasons I'm saying this out loud is because in my recent travels, there's been an absence of fathers. Not completely. Doug Norrie, fucking awesome dude. Um, Christian Rojas, fucking awesome dude. Fathers, both of them. Some of the others, though, I get that they're to their family. like I have been, in their ways. But it's just sad to see how the mothers are doing the vast majority of parenting, the vast majority of guiding their children. Some up to four, between 1 and 4 children, for a single mother. I'm grateful, immensely grateful that my partnership with Kara gives us the mutual support so that both of us can do some work and take on parenting. There's so many single mothers that I've met that have uncooperative or combative fathers, and it's just such a loss to the children, let alone, I think, in my opinion, it's a loss to the fathers as well. But I'm really enjoying the ongoing interplay of myself and Kara as active, engaged parents to Kahlo's development and upbringing. And I'm looking forward to what that looks like over the next few years. The reason that I titled this Parenting Work Lifestyle is because work and lifestyle are not primary drivers of my life. They are equally considered to parenting, but for me to be as active and engaged in Kahlo's life, I have to make my work subordinate to that, or at least not, number one above that. I don't want to. I've chosen that before, even with Sarah. I didn't choose that with Red, and I regret that. Both work and my partnership with her mom was so drastically different. I wish I had done that differently. I wish I could have done that differently. I wasn't able to, all on my part. But now, being able to do that in an active partnership, to balance my parenting with my workload and the rest of my lifestyle, it's so far it's a little bit more work. It takes more effort, it takes more attention, it takes more planning, it takes more thought. I'm looking forward to that becoming easier as I do it more, just like anything else. But I like the idea that I, as a father, as a man, as a partner, am as active as I can be in my child's development, as present, not just for, his plays at school, or, there are hardly any fathers I'd seen on field trips that I went on with Sarah. There was some study about people in Sweden, I don't think it was Sweden, but Spain maybe, they had a chance to spend more time with their kids, and and the net result was that the men wanted less kids. I'm just like, that's too bad. I'm missing out on the joy, the innocence, the beauty of a young human being developing themselves, and being able to nurture that and not force it or shape it in a hard way, but to be present to their own creative exploration and to support that and nudge that along. I've been having fun doing papercraft with Kahlo. I introduced him 2 nights ago to gluing sheets of paper together and making multiple layers, thicker paper, instead of buying cardboard. We've done cardboard, we will again, but giving him the idea of multiple plies of some material like plywood, and showing him you can create more strength and rigidity, and he was like on it. The next morning, even before I woke up, he's like cutting it out and like trying out shapes, and he pasted them onto a fuselage, and the fuselage was too floppy, but he got it. He's like learning this stuff, and we've been doing origami lately. Um, we had done other paper craft before we left the States. Um, you know, his ideas of play and teamwork and competition and winning and cheating and all that stuff is he's driving that conversation, and I get to just like give him what I found. Sometimes it doesn't land, and it's great. It's not like I'm just like, you got to learn this the first time I tell you, and get it right, son, or else. Um, he's taking it in as he goes, um, and I get to be his ally, and it's a treat, and it's fun, and I couldn't do it if I didn't have the flexibility of my work, or the um, flexibility and expansiveness of our lifestyle. Um, I think it's such a missed opportunity for so many fathers. I wish I could convince others to do it, because I think I'm raising a pretty decent human being. Like I said, I did my best with Sarah, and she is an awesome human being. But this is fun. As far as being a father, this is fun for me. And in that itself, in a father's personal experience, I think a lot of men are missing out. I don't know what to say about the mothers, to what they might be able to do to facilitate that happening. But I think it's a powerful conversation for parents to have. Even in Encinitas, the vast majority of the families that we engaged with, the mothers were doing the predominant amount of parenting. The fathers were contributing, I know. A lot of them were working really hard. But that's the rub. It's like, now that we're out of the States, and the cost of living is lower, I'm able to do this more. So that's a huge impact on our lifestyle and my work. And I'm okay with that, because, like I said, this is fun and beautiful, and it's fleeting. My boy's already turning 5. And soon he's going to be old enough, and he's going to be gone, just like Sarah is gone. She's living her life. Anyway, okay, there's another chapter.